I have Santa Maria Novella's Spanish leather cologne. I believe it's the cologne. It doesn't say, but I bought the sample on Lucky Scent, and I think they only have the cologne. There's no date, or I don't think there's any reviews of this on Fragrantica, which is surprising. I feel like a lot of people would like this, but then again, people that tend to gravitate towards leather fragrances, maybe they don't go towards Santa Maria Novella, or a fragrance with the word cologne in it. But regardless, the notes I think are birch and leather, and that's it. On they have another one, just Spanish leather, which has Hawthorne, Virginia, or the opening is carnation, jasmine, bergamot, mid Hawthorne, Virginia cedar, neroli, and violet leaf, and base birch, civetta, and leather. So on this one, I think it's just I think this is the cologne, $180. I think 100 ml. Uh, Expensive, but Santa Maria Novella, at least at some point, they had good price fragrances, like $100. I think they sell them at Saks, but they have like a new line, $350, and I don't mind when brands do that if they use higher quality ingredients. But a lot of these brands aren't listing what they're putting in them, and they don't smell any better. So I don't like that move. They should just stick with making colognes, what they do well. This brand's been around for, I don't know, supposedly hundreds of years or something like that. But anyway, this fragrance, the opening, I get this leather that's a little bit challenging, but not too much. It it kind of gives me the leather in. It's got this burnt aspect to it, like maybe Chanel's Cuir de Russie, something like that. But it also dries down a lot more smoother. That like challenging straight up leather birch smell. It dries down and it becomes this like smooth, musky. It kind of does like Chanel's Cuir de Russie, like how the leather and birch and that fragrance just takes a back seat, but this one's way more simplified, I think, and I think it's still got leather and birch, but it's like distant. It's not front and centered. It's almost like hidden under just a light coating of musk. That's really it to this fragrance. There's not much to it. I think there is a little bit of a synthetic civet in here, but it's so light. I do think that might be in here. Yeah, there might be a little bit of cedar, jasmine, and maybe it's the violet leaf where it kind of comes off as airy. Now, again, this is the clone version. They just list leather and birch, but whatever the original has listed, I feel like there's aspects of that. This is just, it's a real light fragrance when it dries down, but for a cologne, it's strong. The opening it smells like an EDP. Yeah, basically, I feel like if you like leather and birch, I think this one would be a good one to try. I feel like a lot of people would like this. And out of all the Santa Maria novellas that I've smelled, at least the ones I can remember, I feel like this one's the most interesting, like smells the most high quality, niche. They have some good ones that are a little more mass appealing. But yeah, I mean, overall, the brand has decent fragrances. Just nothing stands out that I would buy. I like this one, but it's kind of simple. I guess I would have liked a little more florals in here. Like I don't know, the leather, maybe I think it's the birch in there. It comes off a little weird to me, but not in a bad way, just not my personal taste. But yeah, birchy leather with this airiness and this muskiness that are just kind of there, giving it this vibe, but not too strong, not too sweet. And it's like coated, like painted with some of that birch and leather. And then that birch and leather just has some cedar wood on it as well, and maybe just some light aspects of florals. Overall, good fragrance. I wouldn't pay 180 for it, but a lot of fragrances like this that are similar cost a lot more. I think it's worth giving a try if you like birch and leather, because that's straight up what this is, but in a nice, appealing way, but still interesting and somewhat challenging. And yeah, that's really it for this fragrance. Let me know what you think if you smelled this one.